right, now we shall be crossing over to Busia County, where Kenya has joined the rest of the world in marking the International Day of the African Child, dubbed Protecting Children's Rights in the Digital World. This year, the Kenya has joined in marking the celebrations. And now we join our reporter Simon Achola to give us a detailed report on events that are currently underway in Busia County.
Well, thank you very much, Jacqueline Wambiru. Indeed, we are in Busia County, and today we are joining the rest of the country and, of course, the world in celebrating the Day of the African Child. And today's theme is protecting children's rights in digital world. Of course, we have quite a lot that we can actually speak around digital world and the children, but just to put us into perspective exactly what is happening and how they can actually leverage on technology to ensure that they protect children's rights is Miriam Mbembe. Welcome, Miriam Mbembe. Just move closer. Who works for World Vision. Miriam, a fantastic day for the African child.
Yes. Thank you so much. Today we are celebrating the Day of the African Child, and we're looking at their rights and protecting them in the digital environment. And that means that as much as we're in the digital era and ensuring that our children can access that digital platform and utilize them positively, but we're also saying that they have a right. There's a way we need to protect them so that we are not exposing them to exploitation that comes with the digital platform.
When you talk about exploitation, yes, what exactly are we talking about? But before we get there first, how then do we ensure that the African child, and especially in a country like Kenya, can actually access their rights through the digital platforms?
We're talking about affordability, accessibility in terms of our children able to access the digital tablets, for example, for learning purposes. We are talking about ensuring that there's internet for the children to access learning material. Everything that is positive that comes with the digital platform is what we are actually advocating for, that let our children have learning content, but all those needs to be regulated. And so the other side is that when you talk about protection, we're saying we should be able to stop exploitation. We should be able to ensure that our children, even with the internet access, are not actually getting exposed to predators that come with the internet. We know that we have a lot that happens in the background. So we are saying that a child should be able to access the digital platform, let it be regulated, let it be guided, so that we actually are developing the child and not really exposing them, because they have a right to that.
I know your organization is actively involved in terms of ensuring that children of this country can actually access information, especially in the digital world. Where are we as a country? How far are we in terms of ensuring that these children can actually, regardless of where they are, be it in Busia, the remote village in Busia, and of course in Nairobi, that they can actually access information from the digital space?
Oh, thank you so much. You know, we started talking about this digital access for children long time, around 2010, 2011. And from 2012, World Vision, we've actually been working with the ministry to ensure that the learning content can actually be transmitted onto a tablet. A tablet is very easy. You do not need internet, because you have an intranet type of a server that the teachers, once the material are uploaded on that, then the child will be able to access. And that accessibility has the positive parts. One of the things we've actually learned is that where we are doing the digital learning, children consistently come to school because there's a motivation to that. We also see a lot of motivation for the teachers, because then it reduces the burden for the teachers, versus when you have the manual books where children have to write, be marked for. The child gets to interact, engage with the tablet and learn more. There's the enthusiasm that comes with the digital engagement.
Fantastic. Just in conclusion, yes, the dangers. Of course, this is the perfect platform for children to learn, and of course the small things, pronunciation, accessing information the way it's supposed to be accessed and what have you. But there's also that exploitation bit. How are we handling it?
Yeah, thanks so much. While we have what we have within World Vision is regulated, because we actually almost cut off the internet part and ensure that the intranet transmission is working. I think as Kenyans, as parents, as caregivers, what we need to do is to ensure that our children are actually not freely accessing sites. You know, there's a curiosity, yes, around human beings, and equally for the children. So curiosity means they will go on the net, somebody will ask them their name, they will give, where are you, they will give. So basically giving personal identification information that any predator looking for that child will actually come for them. They will be lied to, they'll be told, send your photos and all that. So really that part of protecting the child, we do not expose them. When you're giving as a parent, ensure that your children are just not accessing all these sites, but you actually are helping them as part of protection, and they have a right to that. Yes.
In conclusion, where are we in terms of ensuring that every child can actually access information through the digital space? Because you've actually been working around schools and helping the government in terms of access of to these facilities.
Yeah, thanks so much. Well, we can say we've done and gone a lot of strides. I think we are still way behind because the affordability of those tablets is not across the many schools that we have. Even the content transmission from the hard copy to the electronic is yet to be done across board. I look forward to a time when Kenyans, every child will be able to access that content anywhere, whether in Turkana or in Nairobi, they will have equity around accessibility of the content.
Thank you very much, Miriam. Jacqueline, that is Miriam Bembe, Operations Manager at the World Vision, and of course she's been actively involved in the issue of ensuring that the children can actually access information through the digital space and actually creating that infrastructure that will ensure our children can actually get what they're supposed to get, of course, in their respective schools through the digital space. This is a conversation that, of course, will continue to ask relevant authorities just to ensure that indeed our children can actually get the right content from the digital space. Back to you, Jacqueline Wambiru.